Meet a Marist with Brother Matthew Green, Baucau, Timor-Leste. I began my formation with the Marist brothers following the completion of my schooling at Marist College, Canberra in 1988. I was an aspirant for 3 years at Sydney Uni while living at St John's College, doing my Bachelor of Arts. In 1992, I joined the Eastwood community as a postulant and did a year of theology at the Catholic Theological Union at Hunters Hill. In 1993, I entered the novitiate at Winston Hills. In 2019, I took on the role of running the postulancy program for the province. A key focus for myself over the past 5 years has been to apply the phrase "in the way of Mary" to what we do in the program. I don't claim to fully understand what we mean by that phrase, but what has become significant in my understanding is to see Mary's life as a mystical moment, one that has at its heart a reoccurring movement of call, ponder, response. Critical to this movement is the time taken to ponder, that is, to name, to treasure, and most importantly, to wait. I believe this was Mary's way. I tried to apply this to the postulancy and also to my life as brother and Marist. It's one thing to have a concept identified and organised in your head. It's another thing to live it. Some days I have moments of recognition where I am aware of God's active presence in events and experiences. Some days it seems like God is absent. On those days I remind myself of the words of Master Eckhart in An Unknowing That Makes Room. He writes, "I often think it is my work to find you and wonder where you are hiding, and then I remember you seek and I am found." Mary's way enabled her not only to be found, but to respond. This is the dynamic most evident in the Annunciation visitation story. It's a dynamic that echoed through the events of her life as she continued to ponder God's presence in her life through the person of Jesus. I tried to do the same. For me, the association is a point of connection. Living and working overseas in a different culture has its challenges. The association is a reminder that I belong to something bigger, something more than my day-to-day ministry focus. When I feel a little distant or isolated, or I wonder, what am I doing here? An email or invitation from the association is a reminder that I'm connected to a much greater enterprise, that I'm not alone, and importantly, that my little bit counts. A slogan I have used in the past is, "Together we are better." It's pithy, cliched, but it's true. In a formation community, home is at work and work is at home. I live with the young men in formation 24/7, so downtime or me time can be difficult to find. One thing I love and do most days is ride my bike. My bike is set up in my room on a trainer. Poor roads and bad dogs necessitate it. So while the young men play futsal, I burn calories and frustrations as I pedal. Vive la tour! At a mundane level, if any of my football teams win, it's a bonus. A quiet beer or a good wine is always a source of joy. a book, catching up with family, the brothers and good friends, little successes.